Patty, do you have any idea where your mother went?
You're asking me like I'm supposed to be the one watching her or something. And considering I left 2 days ago to be on this business trip for the week, how would I be able to find her for you? Not sure what's up with that question, Dad.
What? You're on a business trip right now?
I am. There was this major event that my company took part in yesterday, and so I've been out of here for 2 days now and will actually be coming home early now. Most likely tonight by the latest.
Is that right?
So does that mean you never even noticed me not being home with you guys?
Well, I was just kind of wondering why I hadn't seen you for the last 2 days, but that was all.
Well, whatever, Dad. I have to start getting my things packed up before I head out, so are we done here? I'll be home by tonight at the latest, okay?
All right, I guess I'll see you then.
Patty, I hope your business trip has been going well for you. You texted me last night saying that you would most likely be coming home today now, right? That's right, Mom. I actually just got all my things packed up and I'm heading to the bus now. I was told this bus wouldn't take as long when we came out here due to traffic not being so bad, so I should be home in the afternoon. Earlier than I was expecting, actually. Is that so? Then, I hate to have to ask this from you on your way home while you're probably very tired, but do you mind stopping at the grocery store and picking up some vegetables for me? I could do that for you, but why are you asking me? It's pretty rare for someone like you who loves cooking to be asking me to buy those types of things. Actually, I haven't been feeling too well today. Does this have to do with what came up last time? Are you going to be all right, Mom? To tell you the truth, I'm actually in the hospital right now. I'm not sure whether I'll be out of here or not before dinner time, so I was thinking of having you take care of the shopping before I figure all that out. The doctor should be coming to my room soon to talk with me some more about that. Do you want me to just make dinner then? What? Oh, you have to be tired from your trip though, right? I'm not that tired, actually. If I'm home early enough, I'll take a few minutes to relax and such before I get to cooking. Also, if we were to have takeout or something like that for dinner again tonight, Dad would just get all frustrated again and start babbling on and on like usual, right? If I go ahead and cook for us, he shouldn't complain about it all one bit. Good point. Then can I please ask you to cook dinner tonight for me? Will do, Mom. I'll make sure not to screw it up this time either. Thank you, Patty. Now, you have a safe trip home today on that bus. Dad, excuse me?
Wait, it's only you, Patty?
Dad, is it true that you went and punched Mom and then kicked her out of the frickin' house?
What? Why do you know about all of that? Did your mother go and start running her mouth about all of that again?
Again?
Listen to me, Patty. This time it was all your mother's fault. All of it. So don't you start playing into whatever the hell she has to say about me.
I haven't even spoken to Mom about any of this yet. Just a second ago, I got back to my office from my trip and was heading home from there. And guess who I ran into on the way? The old lady that's living next door to our place. She came up to me in a hurry and told me what she'd seen take place at the front door of our house. She couldn't understand all the things you were saying to Mom at the time because you were in such a rage that your words all sounded like grunting. The old lady thought that you were only going to tell Mom that she wasn't allowed inside and nothing else would happen. But right before Mom was about to say anything to you, you punched her in the face and then forced her off the property.
So all of that was seen by that old hag next door? Now I'm annoyed.
What the hell are you annoyed about? You tell me right now why the hell you do something like that to Mom, your own wife.
I did that because your mother had an affair with another man.
Huh? Mom had an affair? You're telling me that Mom, the most loving and serious person I know, slept with another man?
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on a second, Dad. Mom is not the type of person who could ever do something like that, though. Do you have things like evidence of her having an affair, or at least someone who also saw it happening?
I do. I have my own eyes which saw it all go down. They saw her having that affair, and now she's pregnant because of it.
She's pregnant? Mom is pregnant?
Yeah, I made sure to get a really good photo of everything with my phone as well. Now I'll be able to get a settlement of $100,000 from her ass.
Wait, is Mom even able to get pregnant right now?
Huh?
Well, this is something I heard both Mom and Grandma talking about a while back. The only reason she was ever able to carry me was after 5 years of trying really hard to do all sorts of treatments for infertility, right? Those 5 years were all worth it to Mom, though, but afterwards she was saying to Grandma that she would never have another child again because it was just too hard for her. So, what this means is that Mom getting pregnant from another man during an affair isn't even possible for her.
What?
By the way, even before today, with Mom having to struggle with her illness so often, do you really think she'd have the time to cheat on you with another man?
She's been struggling with an illness for a while now?
Due to Mom's age, she told me that she's most likely suffering from something that is due to her going into menopause now. But she never wanted to just assume something like that to be the case with all the other kinds of illnesses out there that it could be. And so today she took the chance to go in and see a doctor about it.
She went to the hospital then? Hey, would someone like her be going to the hospital for something like menopause issues, though?
Well, if the hospital has a department centered around women's health, then sure.
Then what all I saw today was...
Today? Dad, don't tell me. But because Mom was having to go to the hospital and everything, you assumed that she was pregnant and that she was having an affair and all of that? If that's what you assumed to be her having an affair and being pregnant, what the hell is the picture you took that you say is evidence?
I took a picture of your mom in the waiting room of that hospital.
Huh? You're telling me you assumed that she was cheating on you based off such a vague scenario, and that you would punch her in the face and kick her out of the house over that?
But she was at the gynecology department, and that's where pregnant women usually go to.
The gynecology department is a place you not only can get helped with things like pregnancy and vaginal health, but you can also go there to talk and get tested for other things related to women. It's literally a field of medicine dedicated to all things women, like menopause and the sort.
Is that right?
That hospital she's at has a gynecology department, right? And the waiting room for it is for all the departments there, so anyone who's sick, injured, whatever, will be waiting in that room.
Are you kidding me?
Jesus frickin' Christ, Dad! I get that for the longest time now you always had troubles with things like getting the wrong impression and such, but this time you've really gone and done it.
Patty...
For the time being, I'm going to find Mom and take care of her, so you won't be seeing me around the house.
What? Where even is your mom right now?
You think I'm going to tell your frickin' ass after what you did to her? When it comes to things that either her or I need, I'll be coming over to the house while you're away to pick them up.
What about my food and things like the laundry?
At a time like this, all you're worried about is your frickin' food and clothes?
But I mean, your mother is always...
Do it your damn self, Dad! Mom, how have things been since? Are you going to be alright? Patty, I'm so sorry if any of this has gotten you worried. I'm back at your grandma's house now, taking a break, so I think everything will be fine. I heard that you got punched in the face by Dad, but did you not go to the hospital or anything for it? You need to go to the ER and get paperwork for that from the doctor, alright? Yes, you don't need to worry about that right now. Thankfully, the old lady that lives next door to us saw what happened to me and took me to the hospital in her car. There I was able to get all the paperwork and everything I needed, as well as advice on what to do about the dispute. And then after that, she took me back to your grandma's house so that I didn't have to see your father anymore. So, she did all of that for you? She came to me as well and told me everything about what had happened. I'll have to go and thank her for all that she's done for us later. You should, and I'll tag along to give her my thanks as well. I really do appreciate everything she's done for me. By the way, Patty, do you have any idea how your father's doing right now? Right. I talked with the old lady from next door before I got home, and so I went ahead and started to talk with Dad through text. Mom, you were at the gynecology department when you went to the hospital today, right? It seems like Dad saw you there in the waiting room. What? Your father came to the hospital too? That's what it seems like anyway. So he assumed that you were there because you were pregnant, and then he tied that to you having an affair with another man behind his back. That's what he told me. Are you serious? I'm telling you, Mom, by this point I really am the most fed up a human can be with Dad. Did your father completely forget about my age and about the fact that we had such a hard time conceiving you years and years ago due to me being infertile? I talked with him about that while we were texting, actually. I also explained to him that those who go to the gynecology department aren't only going there because they're pregnant. Since this was over text, I'm not sure how he was really reacting to all the things I was saying to him, but I think he understood all of that. I see. Mom, is there something you're a bit concerned about now besides those things? Kind of, yes. Something about your father being at a place like the hospital then has me feeling a bit off. I think I'm going to have to look into all of that a bit more and see what was going on there.
Hey, Patty! Your mom is there right now, isn't she?
No, she isn't. I'm at work right now anyway.
Then you tell me right now where the hell your mother is at and how I can get to her.
Does this have to do with her getting that settlement from you now?
It sure does. I have all kinds of things that I would like to ask her about, yet no matter how much I call and text her, she won't respond.
That's because she went and blocked your number already.
She went and blocked her own husband's phone number?
Didn't she say something to you about how she wants you to talk with her lawyer from now on?
Why should I do that?
You were explained to why that was by her lawyer already, right? She said that you're being asked for a settlement now because you've been having an affair behind her back and because your other woman is pregnant now. She not only wants your money for what you've done, but a divorce as well. Hence why she's having her lawyer talk with you about it now.
She wants a divorce.
For how violent you got with Mom when you didn't even have a lick of good evidence against her, you turned out to be the one with a secret wife and kid all along. I can't believe you, Dad. And you were getting all excited about how you thought you caught Mom cheating on you and about how you'd be getting $100,000 from her in the divorce, right?
How do you know I was happy about that?
Because it was made obvious when we texted. And because Mom told me that, she saw you trailing her on the day she had to go in and get checked out by the gynecologist. And then she was wondering why you had to go to the hospital as well like that. And after thinking about that for a second, she assumed maybe you were there to get tested or looked at for something as well that day. But then she realized that a lot of times when one of the partners in a relationship starts to assume that the other has been cheating on them like you were, it usually means they're hiding their own secret relationship.
What?
And with that in mind, Mom went ahead and asked for someone to help her look into you. She learned that you were with another woman and that she had become pregnant. And the reason you were at the hospital that day like Mom was because you were going to meet your other woman there to talk about the pregnancy with the doctor. That's why you saw Mom there in the waiting room.
She went and looked that far into all of this?
Had you just let her be and not went after her throat, claiming that she had been cheating on you, then things probably would have never come to all this, right?
Are you kidding me? I really dropped the ball this time.
Dad, are you seriously going to sit out there this whole time ringing the doorbell over and over and over like a frickin' child?
I came out here so that I could talk with your mother about all of this, and until she answers the damn door and lets me speak, I'm gonna keep ringing this doorbell.
The only people here right now are Grandma and Grandpa, though. We saw you coming out to this place looking for Mom days ago and knew that you'd be back to try and stop her. Mom already had to quit her part-time job because of you and has been trying to hide this entire time now. She told me that she doesn't want this to go on any longer and start affecting me any, so she's talked with her lawyer and the court, and they're going to enforce an arbitrary divorce.
She's gonna force the divorce now?
And with the way you're behaving now, there's no way you're going to slow things down any longer, Dad.
No way!
There, now that you've heard what's going to happen, get the hell out of here!
Damn it! Why the hell is this happening to me?
You'd really like to know why? It's called getting what you frickin' deserve, you old fart!
Patty, you're my freaking daughter, so you help me out right now!
No!
What did you say?
No! I'm cutting you out of my life now! Bye-bye.
Wait! Don't do that to me, Patty! Patty!
It turned out that the woman my dad was cheating on my mom with at the time was a co-worker from the same company as him. She was 23 years old, which makes her younger than even myself, his own daughter. And considering she was pregnant with his child, that means he had done it with someone younger than me too. Absolutely frickin' disgusting. I screamed that out the moment I had heard about who she was. A few weeks after everything, my dad and his woman took out a massive amount of money, or should I say borrowed that money, and paid my mom in one lump payment. And soon after that, the divorce was finished, and my mom was no longer that sad sight of a man's wife anymore. Since the woman he had been with was already carrying his child, not too long after the divorce, my dad went and married her. However, half a year later, right after his new wife had given birth to their baby, my dad was on his way home from the hospital and got into an accident that left him completely paralyzed. But considering how everyone in his family had already cut ties to him over what had happened, there was nobody around who could take care of him. It was up to his young wife to be at home with both him and their newborn, and she was forced to also get a job and everything, since they still had a lot of debt to pay off. Of course, my dad started to get disability and all that from the state, but it wasn't going to be enough. And after a few weeks of her doing that and completely losing it towards the end, his wife went and told her parents about what was happening, and they took her baby and left her to have to take care of my paralyzed dad. As for my mom and I, we've still been living at my grandparents' house, where we help them with a lot of the chores now, while my mom works from home remotely. I've still been going to work where I'd been all along, but I've made sure to tell all of my higher-ups about my dad, and about how if he ever shows up to the office, they are free to have him detained. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.